Hi everyone, so who's ready to check off another item on our sheet? We're getting close to the end, and this is one of my favorite topics because this is, the foundation. If you're going to talk about building a business with Beachbody, this is how you lay the foundation. This is how you stay consistent. Consistency is what's going to get you results because you're going to have up and down moments, and unless you're consistent, you will never hit the momentum of your business really taking off. And the foundation of consistency comes down to something that Beachbody calls the 3 vital behaviors. And we don't talk about this right at the start of Coach Basics training because I find that just for myself, I needed to understand more about just like the whole true business aspect of it before I could think of more of the abstract way of thinking. So the 3 vital behaviors are invite, 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 be Beachbody, and personal development. So invite, invite, invite. In your Coach Line office, there'll be several videos on inviting. And we'll talk about this a lot on our team pages. It's hard. It's hard to hear no. But unless you hear no, you're never going to hear yes. You have to invite. Most of the time, or statistically, they say that for every 10 invites, you'll get 1 yes. So 10%. So that's a lot of rejection, a lot of no's. But unless you invite, you're never going to get that yes. And I promise you, hearing the no's and hearing the rejections gets easier. And most of the time when people say no, it's not personal. They're not saying, no, I don't like you. They're just saying, no, not right now. No, I don't need a fitness program right now, or no, I don't have the money right now, or no, I don't have the time right now. So they're not saying no, they're just saying not right now. But that 1 in 10 is going to say yes, and that's the person you can help. That's the person who you can change their life. You can help them reach their goals, and that's why you became a Beachbody coach, is because you're so passionate about living a healthy lifestyle and teaching people about wellness. That 1 out of 10, there's your gold star. That's what you're looking for. But unless you invite often and keep inviting, you're never going to have that 1 yes. So there's different ways you can invite. There's the obvious in-your-face invite saying, I use the 21-day challenge group. I have a challenge group coming up starting on this date. This is why I love it. Do you want to join me? Picture of yourself working out. So that's a direct invite. There's also other ways that simply by sharing active lifestyle and sharing posts on Facebook is like an indirect invite. So oftentimes I'll post about, look what I had for dinner today, perfectly proportioned using my containers, yum yum. I didn't say exactly what it was, or I didn't say, hey, buy these containers. I simply shared what I was doing, and that's like an indirect invite because people watch. I've gotten so many private messages saying, okay, Angie, I've watched your news feed for several weeks now. I think that your posts are motivating and I'd like to know more. I didn't even have to ask them. So people are watching. So you have to do the direct invites. You can do the subtle invites. And then you can do something called a blind invite. So if you have people that you know in the past you've talked with that has struggled because they don't have time to work out or this or that, you can send them a message and just say, hey, so-and-so, how are you doing? I see that you recently went on a vacation, so you want to like show that you know something about them and reason why you're messaging, and just saying, hey, I just tried this new thing. I really liked it. I thought of you as being someone who might want more information. Would you like me to share more? And that's it. And if they say, yeah, sure. Most people say, yeah, sure, but just to share information. You're not asking them, will you join a challenge group? You just want to ask them, I did the 21-day fix. I really liked it. I know in the past you said that you really like working out. Would you like to know more about this program? That's another way of inviting. We call that a blind invite because you're sending them a private message and they haven't reached out to you first. But I've gotten so many challengers through blind invites because people do. Sometimes people just don't watch the newsfeed or they don't use Facebook very often, so they didn't know about it. So you have to invite, and you have to be consistent with it. So that's behavior number 1. The second one is really easy. It's be Beachbody. So it's drink Shakeology and use the programs. I mean, if you're going to expect people to join your challenge groups, if you're going to expect people to use the products, don't post about your amazing hot yoga class that you go to and then say, hey, but do you want to buy Pio? No, you have to be Beachbody. We love these products because they work. We work for Beachbody. So post about the Beachbody products and how you are being Beachbody. Post yourself having a Shakeology. Does that mean you can never go to yoga? No, of course. You can do more than one thing, but you really want to think of yourself and quote unquote as branding yourself with Beachbody. So you have to be a product of the product. Show that they work. Use them, love them, be Beachbody. And lastly, personal development. So this is something I knew nothing about and did not participate in until I became a Beachbody coach. And it has changed my life. I am confident now. I found a fire within myself that I never had. We work on our health. We work on our relationships with our spouses, with our friends, with our parents through communicating, and we work at our job with training and progressing ourselves. So why don't we never think of just working on ourselves personally? And I recommend that everyone look into purchasing The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. There is tons of excellent personal development books, and we'll share a lot more on our team page. But just as you're starting out, I read maybe 10 pages a day. That's it. I didn't rush through it. I didn't have a lot of time. I mean, you're doing this coaching, that's taking up enough time of your own outside your own busy life. But The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson is so profoundly on point with so many aspects and areas of my life. It shows you, teaches you, reminds you, pushes you that the tiny little things that you do each and every day that seem like they don't matter add up to huge, huge things. That's in every area. That's in your love life, in your career, in your fitness. It's the small things that you do consistently every single day that make you successful. It's not one big thing, and it's not one little thing. It's the tiny things that seem not so important, but if you forget to do them, you'll never get to where you need to be. So I don't want to give the entire book away, but personal development can also come from watching YouTube videos. That's another thing that I encourage you to do. There is so many resources on Beachbody on YouTube from top coaches, and you'll find someone you connect with. But Melanie Mitro is one that I've watched so many of her YouTube videos. She is so real, so down to earth. She's the #1 coach in her company. She makes over $1 million a year. And she lives in a teeny tiny town in Pennsylvania. She has 2 kids. She's nobody special, but she's real, she's consistent, and she does amazingly well. So I've connected with her. Also look for Misfit Republic. I can give you some kind of guides and stuff on that. So if you're looking for more just resources and things on personal development and how you can expand, I recommend that. And lastly, Shaleen Johnson. So she's the celebrity trainer for Pio. She has a free podcast that is personal development. So she talks a little bit about Beachbody, but mostly she just talks about how to be a better version of you. And it might seem hokey, and it might seem like, okay, that's so not me. That's way too abstract, because that's how I used to think. I mean, I'm so black and white. I am so love math, love science, not artistic. My whole outlook on so many things and just me feeling so much better has changed because of personal development. So even if you can commit to 1 month of trying to do 10 minutes of personal development each and every day, and then report back to me and truly tell me what you think, because you just have to try it. So those are the 3 vital behaviors. And what I'd like us to start to do on our coach training page is do an accountability post. So I'm going to start now as well. So our accountability post will simply be the date. So you just write the date, and I want you to be honest. You're going to say invite, what you did, be Beachbody, what you did, and personal development, what you did. Some days I'll write personal development. Didn't happen. I was too busy. Some days I'll say, oh, I slacked on my invites. I only invited 1. Other days I'd be like, I was on my A game. I did 10 invites. Be honest. This is like you putting down your accountability like you do in your challenge groups. You need to be accountable to this business if you want to be successful. And the 3 vital behaviors is the foundation. I promise you, if you keep doing them consistently, daily, sky's the limit of what you can do with this business. So today's an important lesson. Again, I'm sorry for the long video. The next videos are short. We're almost done, guys. Keep plugging in. Keep working on your check sheet. We're almost there. See you later.